Hello, hello. This is Coach McCarthy. Onward we go to 7.5, talking about paying our bills. We've talked about managing your online accounts, contesting incorrect bills. So we have a bill and it's correct. So we need to go pay our bill. Right? Some bills, most all people will accept cash. With our COVID era, it might be a little bit different. People might not want your cash, but that's fine. The next one we have is credit card. Now, when you're paying bills with a credit card, be careful because some places can charge you a fee for using a credit card. It's called a merchant fee. I know for a fact that if uh, a lot of places, if you go to pay your car title and try and use a credit card, they will charge you a fee on there. And that's the fee that you're paying to use your credit card. So if you're paying with a credit card, check and make sure um, that they're not going to use it, that they're not going to have a fee for using that. The next one that we have with paying our bills, you can set up your monthly automatic payments. If you have an online bank account, you can set it up so that it'll take it out monthly. I have my AT&T, my phone bill is set up that it automatically makes payments on my credit card, so I don't have to worry about it every month. And there's some other things that I have set up that are automatic withdrawals out of my account. Now, those are great because I know that they're in there and I keep track of them. But be careful because if you set those up, don't forget about them, that the money's going to be taken out. Because you want to make sure you have money in there. If you don't have the money and they try and take it, you're going to get into a bad situation with your bank. So make sure that the money's in there. Those are probably, and of course, you can pay by check, and there's not really much to a check other than writing it and sending it off. So those are probably the main ways that you're going to pay a bill. The things that we're going to look at a little bit is what we call this good faith payment. So a good faith payment is any type of payment on your account, even if it's less than the minimum, as a sign that you have made an effort to pay. So a lot of people will think that, well, if I'm paying just a little bit, they're going to take it easy on me or they'll be a little bit nicer. Well, they can and they can't. That's up to them. Just know that since you're not paying off that whole part, you're going to get a late fee. They're going to charge interest on there, and they can also put that on your credit that you didn't pay the full amount. So, is it good to pay something? Probably. It's not going to hurt you to pay a little bit. If you get behind, call your biller and let them know. Tell them your scenario and your situation, and see if they're going to be willing to work with you. And that's probably the main thing to take away with paying your bills. If you get behind, make some phone calls and talk to people. They don't have to help you, but they might. So, is there can ask them if you can set up a good faith payment. Will that help you out? And, will that keep them from doing as much interest? That's between you and them. And some people might say yes, and some people might say no. So, which brings up the next part when we talk about paying for bills. Is there a fee for being late? Yeah, a lot of places there is. A lot of places are going to have a late fee. They're going to charge you a fee on top of it, and especially with credit cards, they're going to charge you a late fee, and then they're going to charge you interest on top of the money. So those numbers are going to get real high real quick. So be careful with getting into late fees. That's really detrimental to your budget and detrimental to your long term financial success. The next one that we talk about is delay or defer payments. Some places will have this where you can defer some payments till later off. I know your student loans are going to be set up that they're delayed and deferred. And that's going to be a company by company scenario. So whoever's issuing you that bill, they might be willing to work with you to delay or defer your payments. Now, they can charge you a fee for that and they can charge you interest on that. So they might say, yeah, and they might not say anything about that because that's written into their contract. So if you're going to get into that scenario, ask, hey, can I defer my payments? Well, yeah, we can do that for you. Well, okay, how much are you going to charge me to do that? Is this something I'm going to have to pay extra for? So make sure you know that. And since we're on here talking about paying bills, I thought this was a good link to take a look at it. This is from the FTC. This is the Federal Trade Commission. So there is a situation where you can be harassed or abused by debt collectors. So you do have some rights as a consumer. Even if you're in debt, you have some rights. They can't call and pester you 24/7. They can't bother you all the time. There are some unfair practices. So know that if you do get behind, there is some protection for you. There might not be a lot, but there is some. So again, try not to get behind because it's not the best scenario. Try and keep yourself caught up and try and keep paying your bills on time. If you do get behind, there are some laws that can protect you. There's some people out there that can help you. One of the ones that I saw, and I think it was on. Let me find my link again. It was on this one that I was looking at. They talked about where did the person's name go? Oh, sorry. Let me put on pause. Here we go. Staying in the cycle can result in collection calls from your creditor and card issuer. So if you're late, if you absolutely can't make the minimum payment, you might consider contacting a nonprofit credit counseling group as an alternative to good faith payments. So these are people that can help you out. They can help you get through your issues that you're in. They can help talk to the people. Maybe they can work out a deal for them. So if you type in their name up here, and here's a link for some, and there's several around here. So here's a map of where they're at. But they're people that can help you get out of a bad scenario. I don't know if they cost. Some of them might, and some of them might not. But look into them if they can help you out. See if they're going to charge you first. I think would probably be the main thing, and see if they can help you out. So like we said, pay your bills off, get things done, and don't get behind.